Hi everyone, it's Charlene aka Island Girl Diamond Painting Journal. Welcome to my channel. I don't think I had any new subscribers, so welcome back to my current subscribers. And if you're watching for the first time, if you happen to have wandered and found me, hello, hope you are good. So today is Sunday, the 10th of November 2019, and as you can see in front of me, I have a WIP going on, and this is a WIP and chat. Okay, so guys, I am kicking off the Christmas season on my channel here today with this video. I did hint on that on my last one. I am working on Diamond Art Club's Mary Did You Know? Now I did already, let me remove this. I did already finish this bit. I did a square here, but I have some problems with it. So the dark, now this area of the kit is a lot of dark colors, and the drills are not even sized. So even though I did checkerboard and I tried checkerboard and I have my multi-places here, I did checkerboard with 4 placer and even with the 7 placer. I have a lot of gapping, and the gapping is so bad I don't even need a light pad to see it, and it's super visible. Even I held it up and I stood like 5-6 feet away, super visible. They're like lines and streaks up and down in the area here, in the drilled area, and it does not look good. So I wasn't sure what to do, so I contacted Diamond Art Club about it, and I was told that this kit, and of course, you know, this kit, you would have seen my unboxing of it. I would have ordered this kit in May, and this was part of the first ever order, my first ever order at Diamond Art Club. So what they were saying is that their drills were not the best back then, and now their drills are the best, or one of the best in the market, and they have decided to send me out replacement drills. So I am waiting for those. So I am, as you can see, I put the paper back. I am avoiding drilling any dark areas for now. I am trying to do the other colors because in this area here where you see that there is some brown, here, this was fine. The drills fit pretty good. There is no gapping, so this is fine. I'm going to assume that the reds are going to be okay as well. They seem okay. I won't actually know until I start placing them down, and then I will see how they're turning out. I hope that they turn out fine, and it would just be that I would need let me see, I would need 939s and 310s. That's it. That's all I'll need from Diamond Art Club to replace. So yeah, a little disappointed, yes, but the folks over at Diamond Art Club was so nice, and they are willing to replace those drills for me. So I'm super grateful to them for that. So guys, later on in this video you will see my reveal for my customs. I finished. If you had seen my previous videos, I did customs, my first ever customs, and I did not want to do customs with family faces or anything like that. I did 2 Christmas customs, and I will show you those a little later in the video. They turned out really good. I mean, I was skeptical because the company, I've never heard of them before, and I was not so happy when I saw the canvases when I unboxed it. The glue was running out on the sides, etc. And I'm guessing because they were a new company, they had never really done much by way of customs before. You know, when you're starting out, you just never know how well you're gonna do your stuff. Practice makes perfection, you know, as they say. So they were new, but I wanted to try them out, and because of their price, the price was like really good, and that's why I went with images, Christmas images, and not necessarily family faces. Okay, so far I am putting my drills down one by one, and there doesn't seem to be any gapping. I am not using a light pad, as you can see. Simply because Diamond Art Club's canvas is really clear, and once you have decent overhead light, you are good to go. You don't need a light pad. Their print is, I think, I would say, the best out there, their print. So yeah, and I tried this company out and they were really good. I mean, with the exception of the canvas running out, you know, and they were poured glue, and I was amazed by that. I love poured glue. The sticky just went outside, but I mean, that's like such an easy repair. Some people would say, you know, okay, but I'm paying for this and I don't want to have to do any doctoring or repairs on the thing. I get it, but I didn't mind. All you need is a little talcum powder, baby powder, and a little paintbrush or artist paintbrush, yeah, and you just dip, and wherever the glue exceeds, you just lightly dust, you know, you just lightly dust. So I actually enjoyed doing that. That was like a little mini adventure for me, diffusing the sticky on the sides of the canvas. So it's like a little operation before I get started creating, and I enjoyed it. Anyway, so yeah, you guys are going to see that later on. Now I said this is a Christmas kickoff. I have been waiting a long time to tell you guys or to introduce you guys to an island Christmas. Now, I can't speak for the other Caribbean islands. I can only speak for my country. But in Trinidad and Tobago, Christmas sort of begins mid-October. Now, you guys still have Halloween, you know, going on around that time. So your mind is not on Christmas, but we are already in the swing here. And it starts off with the music. As soon as October hits, it's what we call parang season or Christmas season. Parang, 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 is a type of music that is a blend of local Venezuelan, well, Spanish, sort of fusion, and that's what we listen to here at Christmas time. Now, in order to understand what happens here, or the way the culture is here, I have to give you all a brief history. And if you see a mosquito flying around, there is a mosquito, yeah, in my room trying to find a decent spot to have happy hour. I'm trying to. So yeah, it keeps buzzing around me. Anyway, so yeah, I need to give you a very, very brief history about this country so that you could understand why we are the way we are and how it works. So 1498, we were discovered by Christopher Columbus, and when he came here, he met the indigenous people, who were the Caribs and the Arawaks. The Caribs being warlike and very, intimidating kind of people, and the Arawaks were very quiet. They were into home life and just community and, just keeping to themselves, minding their own business. But the Caribs were into, gaining territory and wiping out neighboring villages and taking their possessions, pillaging, that sort of thing. So when Christopher Columbus, the Spanish, came, he enslaved those people, and basically they wiped out most of those original peoples. Now we still do have some here on the island, but they're very small. The population is just like about 400 or 500 of them left, and they have diluted, over the centuries they have diluted, but there are still some who carry out, what their traditions are, etc. Now, we had the Spanish come, and then we had the British come. We were very well fought over, in those days. We were held by the Spanish, by the British, by the French, by the Portuguese, and over they kept fighting. The Spanish got us back, and then, the Portuguese took it back, and the French took it back, and that's the way it was. Now, the Spanish came here looking for gold. They didn't find gold, so they farmed, and we exported. We had a lot of sugarcane, cocoa, where you get your chocolate from, and coffee. Those were the major exporters, and of course from sugarcane comes the rum. Caribbean rum. So for those of you who like cocktails, you might know about a little something called Angostura bitters. That is often used in cocktails, and that is made right here in Trinidad and Tobago. It's also used in flavoring meats for cooking and different kinds of foods. Sorry. Anyway, so we have had the influence of the Spanish, the British, the Portuguese, the French, right? And then you had people from other countries in Europe coming down, and they would, get a little farmable area that they could grow crops on. Sugarcane was big, really big in those days, and that's what this country was one of the main exporters in. Out of sugarcane you got the rum, you got molasses, etc., and the sugar, of course. So yeah, you had, we ended up getting people from all walks of life and different parts of Europe come down here. And well, we had slavery. They brought slaves over to work the land, and you know how that goes. It wasn't a good thing. And the slaves were eventually freed, and now the plantation owners, they needed labor, so they sought indentured labor from different places, namely India, which is where my ancestors are from. I am Indian from India. So my ancestors would have come over on a boat, and they were given a contract to work, and they would work a certain amount of years, and at the end of those years they would be paid a certain amount of money, and they would get passage to go back, or in lieu of payment and passage, they would get a small area of land to call their own, where they can live and build and grow crops and sustain themselves. So that's what my great-grandparents did. And that's how far back my great-grandparents came, directly from India. So what you have here, and I'll tell you, all of these different peoples, I mean, they brought labor from China as well, and all of these people came here, and they didn't keep to themselves. Everyone brought from their own country. They brought culture, they brought food, they brought, you know, you name it, clothing, style, music, lifestyle, you know, traditions. And this is a small country. I know that in the US you all also have that, but you all are huge, you know, you all are really big. We are a tiny country with all of these different kinds of people living in close proximity to each other. And, you know, traditions and foods and you name it, they all melded eventually. And we ended up creating our own culture, which we call Trini culture, right? So at Christmas time, so yeah, that's my brief history lesson, guys. I'm sorry if I bored you, but that's the way, that's where my country started from. That's how we got started. Yeah, and I mean, we had the British held us at the end, and they gave us independence, and then, you know, we set out on our own. So we have all of these different cultures coming together to create a new identity in the Caribbean that is all our own. And it's distinct. It's not like anything you would have seen. It might be similar to, but it's not like anything you've ever seen. Now, the calypso, which most of you all would identify with Caribbean things, it started right here. Calypso. And the steel band, steel pan, steel drums, that was invented right here as well. The sound of the steel pan is something everyone associates with the Caribbean, but the birthplace is right here. So yeah, at Christmas time we tend to go back to our Spanish influence. That is the major thing here at Christmas time. So we have parang music, which I will sample some for you later on in the video. We have parang music, and it's basically Spanish, of course, And most of it now, again, referencing back to the history. I know many of you all don't like to talk religion, but I can't help it. This is part of our culture here. We have, I think, every religion under the sun right here. And the thing is, we all live in harmony. When it's Diwali, which I would have shown you all before, which is a Hindu festival, everyone, we may not necessarily pray to their god, etc., but we stand with each other culturally. We may wear the clothing, you know, we might attend their events, and we would stand together as a community, different but together, and support each other in that way. That's the way we are. So likewise, the Africans who were brought over as slaves, they have their special days as well, and we stand together with them in solidarity with their experiences, their struggles, etc. We all do. And so too, when it's Christmas or Easter, we do the same thing. Now, my country is known as the US of the Caribbean, being one of the richest countries in the Caribbean, and the life and lifestyle out there, it's very American. We love to follow you guys. Yeah, we have a lot of American stuff, companies and food chains, etc. We got it. We have it outside. So we are known as the little USA of the Caribbean here. So it's no different that we would not follow your style in Christmas. I mean, we don't have snow here, but we sing Dashing Through the Snow. Okay, we have no snow, and we build no snowmen. We have no snowmen and stuff, but we sing Frosty the Snowman. And I'll have a blue Christmas. We have a, you know, you name it, we do it. And it's just because it's what the world identifies with, and that's the way we are. We join in. We don't segregate. We don't divide. We are always looking for ways to come together. That's the way we are. So during the Christmas season, the Spanish influence is the most prominent influence, because of the parang music, and we also have foods that are somewhat Spanish. You'll have something called, what's it called? Oh boy, I can't remember now, but we have something here called pastel, and it's oh, I forget. You all do it in a corn husk. Ugh. Oh, Jenna, I was joking around with Jennifer Roberts about it some time ago, and now I can't remember what it is, what it's called. But anyway, we have something here called pastel, P-A-S-T-E-L-L-E, pastel. So it's basically ground meat that's encased in cornmeal, and we wrap it in banana leaves, and it's steamed or boiled, and you enjoy that. That's very traditional at Christmas time, and I will put up a video of that for you guys to see. Now I will be putting out a video at least once per week till Christmas. I'm gonna try for maybe twice per week. I'm not sure about that yet, but at least once per week. And I will be talking about, let's see, the different kinds of foods that we eat and drink that is, you would probably never hear about it anywhere else. The different traditions that we have, the things that we do that, you know, I think the world should know about, actually, and I think would be of interest to you guys. So on my next video, I'll be talking about food. If you're interested in hearing about local cuisine, I will be talking about food. But yeah, so for now, it's just to give you all a little history about my country and where the influences all come from. I mean, we have parang music, but that's not all. Like I said, we are also the land of calypso, and there is a spin-off to calypso, and that's called soca. S-O-C-A, soca. Soca is what we would call party music. Calypso is more commentary. It speaks about, you know, what's going on in the country or in the world, and it's expounding. It's very lyrical, and it makes you think, it makes you reflect. It's something that, you know, it's not necessarily for enjoyment, but it's something to make you think. It's like hearing the news in a song. Calypso. Soca, on the other hand, is all about the party. It's all about jump and wave and, you know, wine. If you all never heard about wine, wine for us is not something that you drink. Yes, it is. It is something that you drink, but wine here means to gyrate on someone in a dance to music. That's what whining is. We also have something here called lime. I will be using these words, so I want you all to understand what I'm talking about. Lime is not just the fruit. It is that sour thing that you make lemonade with. No, you use lemon for lemonades, but lime, tequila, shots. No. Yeah, but yeah, it's not just what you use when you're doing your margaritas and you know, doing your shots with. Trinidad, in Trinidad, a lime is to hang out with friends. So someone might say, let me go down the road and lime. That literally means, let's go to this place and hang out. You know, let me go by the mall and lime. Literally means, let's go to the mall and hang out. Right? So yeah, if I slip into local parlance, guys, bear with me. I will try to explain myself. Yeah, I'm just thinking, am I, you know, giving you guys too much now? Is it too much for you guys? So you know, take your time when you're watching this video, because it might be too much for you all. I don't know, too much info, too much to take in. I don't know, but anyway, I don't want to do too much talking. I want to show you guys some stuff. So after this chat, I am going to show you guys my customs, and I will give you all a little hit of the parang music. Now, I was telling you about calypso and soca. For Christmas, we don't have Christmas calypsos so much. We have soca, Christmas soca, which is Christmas party music. And of course, the Indians are here. The Indians make up almost half of the population. Africans make up, I would say, about 40%, and the other 10% would be a mix of we have some Spanish, we have whites, we have Chinese, and whites, of course, being from various countries from around the world. Well, Caucasian, I should say, actually. I think that is the proper way to say it. So yeah, and again, they all brought their own influences, but I was telling you about the Indians that came over. They created, I mean, they brought their music, Indian music, over, but in trying to fuse with, who is that? Okay, in trying to fuse with the Africans, because like I said, we didn't come here to be like all the Indians go that way and all the Africans stay this way and all the whites stay this way. No, that's not how we live here. Everyone, just like, we found a way to do this, right? And so in trying to fuse with the Africans, the Indians created a new sound called chutney. Now, to you guys, chutney would be, I think it's a condiment. It's something that you use to accompany something else, food-wise. For us, chutney is music. It's a sound. It is Indian rhythm, Indian music, and maybe a couple Indian words fused with the African calypso, right? And we even went so far as to do chutney soca. So that's the Indian culture meshed with the African culture in a party form. Okay, and we took it even a step further. Chutney Christmas parang. So yeah, that might be mind-boggling to you guys, but that is the way it is. We are always taking it to the next level as a people. Oops, go back in there. You know, I just want to, before I end the chat part of this WIP and chat, I want to emphasize, you know, Christmas in this country, it's not all about, you know, the commercial aspect. As many countries, it would be a lot about that. I did mention that we also observe the religious aspect of it. Now, I know some people would say, but you know, the little baby Jesus was not born on Christmas Day. That's true, he wasn't. It is speculated that he was born a little later on, but the whole world pauses on that one particular day to observe his birthday. And why not? We do it also. Now, I am a Christian, as you guys know, Um, and as a Christian, I observe, and I am thankful for everything on a daily basis. The gift of Christmas is a daily thing for me and for many others. The product is this. This is the reason why. And I always keep this close by to remember. So, why we observe Christmas anyway? Because again, like I said, some people would be like, oh well, he wasn't born on that day, so I'm not going to observe. We don't observe Christmas, etc. And that is your right. That's okay. We do it because, you know, you a Christian would observe it all year round, the full year, you know. But it's something very special about the Christmas season that, at least in this country, you would find Hindus singing about Jesus, and they would participate in caroling, in things in at their school, at their workplace, you know, little functions and whatnot, observances. Some of them even come to church on Christmas Day because, like I said, we stand with each other here. We appreciate each other. You would find Hindus putting up Christmas trees. You would find Muslims buying Christmas presents and giving. You would find people, and that's another thing about Christmas in this country. We are big on giving. Very big on giving. Companies would go all out and they would sponsor Christmas parties to orphanages, to elderly homes, to you know, the poor, the destitute. They would do meals, they would do, you name it. We are very big on that. There is something unique that happens the week of Christmas, where these huge trucks, sometimes it would just be a family who had a good year, you know, maybe their business did well and they want to give back, and they would hire a truck or a flatbed, as you all would call it, and they would hire a DJ, and a DJ would outfit or rig up a vehicle with these huge music boxes, and behind them would be another vehicle with Santa Claus dressed up, obviously, and elves, and they would prepare hundreds of bags, goodie bags, with toys and snacks, fruits like apples. Well, we don't grow apple, we don't have apples and grapes here, so they would import it, obviously, and you would get these things in the bags, in the goodie bags, and they would just drive through neighborhoods, and you know, the DJ with the truck up front would be like, you know, this family is rolling through, or this company is rolling through. We would like all children to come out at the roadside with your parents, right? Obviously, we won't tell the children to come out just like that. Come out with your parents and come and see Santa has something for you. And the kids would just come out and they would wait, and with their parents, obviously, and Santa would come. They would dance to the music and they would enjoy it, and Santa would roll by and they would get these goodie bags with toys and snacks, and sometimes you get that like 2, 3, 4 times for the day, you know. So the kids, they have it really good here at Christmas time. They get treated a lot, and that's just the way it is for us. We enjoy giving, and that is one of the main reasons for Christmas anyway. We were given a gift that we did not deserve, and that's why we give back. And it's not just the Christians, like I said. You have the Hindus doing it, you have the Muslims doing it. Everyone gets into the holiday spirit, as they see. And for us, the holiday spirit, it's not just, I mean, our culture here is food. Oh my God. Party, food, and giving. I think that would be the trinity of a Trinidad and Tobago Christmas. Yeah. So those are, I would say, the three main components. Now, we do also observe the religious aspect, but a lot of it has to do with food, eating, and more eating, and lots more eating after that. I don't think anyone goes through the Christmas season on a diet, and if you try to, you will lose. Because another thing here is, you at Christmas time, you go visiting or you drop in, you know, at people's homes, and that's perfectly acceptable. You know, people would invite strangers, anyone, to stop by, you know, come by and eat something. And trust me, you have to eat. Even if it's just a little, but you have to eat. If you don't eat, it would be considered like, you know, almost an insult. And if you insist that you can't eat, you have to take the food with you. They will pack you with bags and bags of food. Yeah, that is what it's like here. Again, like I said, it's all about giving. So the food culture here is really big at Christmas time. Food and drinks and giving and laughing and fun and family and, you know, getting together, forgiveness, you know, reconciling. That's the key components. So I've been doing a lot of chatting, and there is more to say, but I will save that for another video. I'm going to stop here now, and I'm going to attach some videos of my WIP, and I will also insert some parang music for you guys to take a listen to, and I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for joining me. I'm sorry if it was boring or anything like that. I'm not very good at WIP and chats. I don't think I'm that entertaining. But I hope to do better on the other ones. I was not intending for it to run this long, really. So yeah. Sorry. Gosh. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I will see you all on the next one. Bye bye.
Life is a